Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk Godzilla Minus One. And yes, just to quickly highlight, whoever made this thumbnail for this article is a dunce. That's Shin Godzilla. Why on earth is that here? I have no idea. But we're here to talk about Godzilla Minus One. I am actually seeing it a week yesterday, so I'm seeing it next Monday. I cannot wait seeing it ahead of everyone else in the UK because Cineworld has some like weird membership thing where you can do it. Anyway. This film is trouncing Hollywood. Absolutely destroying Hollywood. For a few reasons. Well, for a few ways, or in a few ways, and for a few reasons. And I will say this, I think it's important to highlight, I do believe that the limited run this is getting is in an effort to subdue the film. In terms of embarrassing Hollywood. It's only got like 2,200 theatres or something absolutely minuscule. And it's just dominating the box office. Now, I say dominating, yes, it took third place. But the Monday numbers are glorious as well. It's doing very, very well consistently every single day. It doesn't need to just open on a weekend and that's making its money in its weekend. No. No. It's consistently doing well. It has repeat watchability. People are enjoying it that much. And so it's just obliterating the box office. And again, it's interesting because it looks like essentially it's all indie films, by and large, that are saving theatres at the moment. And especially across the weekend, well, not across the weekend, across the summer, autumn, etc. It's predominantly indie films that have come through and smashed the box office. I mean, Taylor Swift's movie did really, really well in domestic world. Beyonce's movie is doing incredibly well. Again, that's an indie film. Genuinely, it counts as an indie film. So, Japan beating America? I know. That'll rile a few people up. Godzilla Minus One is once again breaking box office records. This time in North America, following its release in Japan. It's just done so well. Picture grossed $11 million in North American theatres this past weekend, giving it the largest North American debut for any live-action Japanese film. That's such a good record to have. Now, of course, there are numerous anime films. Of course there are, yes, but it's not live-action. Minus One's already made $23 million in Japan. The film had a tiny production budget of $15 million. Tiny. And that's the other way it embarrasses Hollywood. Holy shit, this film looks that good and it costs that little? Wow. Hollywood with their just insane budgets should be ashamed of themselves. So Minus One debuted at number 3 in the domestic box office weekend rankings, trailing only Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, and the Hunger Games, Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes. So we had this, so $11 million opening weekend box office, Godzilla Minus One, taking third place at nationwide box office. Biggest debut of 2023 for a foreign language movie. So that's the other way it's destroying things. Biggest debut of the entire year for a foreign language film. Amazing. A cinema score, 97% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, 98% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. It is destroying the box office. Then we have this. Top 5 domestic box office, Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, $21 million. Great for exhibitors. Hunger Games, sure, not an indie film. Godzilla, though, I guess technically an indie film. Or at least indie distributors. Rescuing the domestic box office. So it is coming from independent distributors as opposed to those big studio distributors. Insane. But then wait, there's more. $1 Million Club Monday. Who's in it? Oh, Godzilla Minus One. Oh, Hunger Games. Is there anyone else? No. No, there's not. Follow me over on Twitter at Mr. H Reviews, ladies and gents. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? So good. I do wonder what they say and their top 10 best films are. Stop worrying about top 10 lists and just enjoy films. I'm sure Godzilla -1 needs to be on there. It's breaking it. It's absolutely destroying the box office. Doing so well. Again, we take a look here. There may have been some shuffling of positions, but I would put money on this being the top 5 again next weekend. Wish might get replaced by Heron, but not holding my breath on it. Anime will have its day, because that's the boy and the Heron, yeah. This historically has been one of the best weekends for indie expansion, if not the best. And Godzilla is a part of that, especially that Monday. I bet Godzilla increases next weekend, or stays at the 9 to 11 range. It's going to spread. I think it may increase. Genuinely, I think it may increase. And the reason why I think Godzilla -1 may increase, guys, is the fact that it sat there doing $1 million on a Monday. There's only 2 films that did. There's only 2 films that did. Not particularly great for all the other films, anyway. Not particularly great. So, again, just getting over that, the fact that it is the highest grossing, highest grossing foreign language movie, highest grossing live action Japanese film, or biggest, debut. These things are unbelievable. So good. Couldn't happen to a better movie for it as well. Great time. I said at the time when this was announced, I was like, this is Toho doing a very, very good 4D chess maneuver with Legendary. Legendary bought the rights to Godzilla from Toho, obviously. And in that deal, Toho was always allowed to make their own movie. They just quietly waited for Legendary to build the hype for Godzilla. No, there was always hype for Godzilla, by the way, guys. Of course there was. But to make it broader, get the name out there even more, get the SEO up, and then they'd launch their own film, and they did. And it has blown it apart. They are so smart for what they've done here. And it's just trouncing Hollywood. It's embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is Shin Godzilla, for God's sake. Why is it there? Anyway, destroying Hollywood. They're a laughingstock. And they should be. $15 million, and it looks, as good as this. You should be ashamed of yourself. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know. My review will be out next Monday. I may even do a live stream review. But I'd love to hear your thoughts, guys. Drop it down below. Cheers. Take care. Bye-bye now.